Hello, and thanks for tuning in to watch this quick video on the common business credit mistakes that business owners make. Please listen carefully and make adjustments accordingly. Refuse to review and select the right entity. A lot of business owners are still operating as a sole proprietor. In order to build business credit, the business must be an LLC, S Corp, C Corp, or nonprofit. Using the wrong classification codes. Refuse to get a business phone. Refuse to answer the business phone in the business name. Notice, when I call business owners back, some of them sound like they're sleeping or they have loud music playing in the background while trying to discuss business. Question, what lender is going to give the business money based on that? Refuse to update or complete credit profiles with the correct business information. Use vendors that will not report to the credit agencies. Purchase supplier goods in the amounts of $10 to $50, thinking this amount will lead to an 80 PEDX score. Mix their personal life with the business. Refuse to pay taxes, but think they can still build a $1 million business credit profile. Sit up and watch video after video on how to build business credit, but take no real action towards building business credit for their business. Sit up and compile days, months, years even, of research that means absolutely nothing to someone who is actually at the bank with approved credit lines ready to use at any time. Refuse to establish a bank account. Some business owners actually think the bank is out to get them. Refuse to review the terms and conditions of credit card offers and apply for the worst kinds of credit. Will pay a company thousands to build the business credit for them, only to receive a $5,000 trade line and end up paying more in service fees to that company. On top of paying that company thousands to build the business credit for them, they now have to pay the bills that this company racked up in their business name. On top of paying another company thousands to build the business credit for them, they now see, after a year into the program with monthly service charges, that it's not working. So they call me up and expect me to explain what they purchased and why that company is not helping them. Notice, I don't know, and I can't assist you with the service of another company. Love to play the blame game. It's everybody's fault that they're not successful. Never their fault. They claim no responsibility. Love to play the let's build the excuses game. Let's sit up and create an excuse for just about any and everything. Looking for someone to babysit and pamper their excuses. Notice, I am not a babysitter and I don't care about your excuses. What I care about is you finding a way to make your business work so that you can apply for funding, get approved, and move that business into the marketplace so that you can be successful. Will call me just to complain about another service company that was supposed to help them build business credit. Listen, the 30 minutes that it took to complain, you could have completed 10 other action items that would have put your business in the right direction. Refuse to invest any money into their business, whether that's for marketing, inventory, training, or personnel. Refuse to use failure, setbacks, and disappointments as stepping stones to get to the end result. What's the end result? Approved credit applications to move your business forward. Refuse to take the time to learn how to build business credit for themselves. Build their business operations on the foundation of fear, doubt, and unbelief. Think I'm going to run off with their $97 investment and retire in the Bahamas, rather than calling or emailing me to discover how I can assist their efforts. Receive their first $10,000 line of credit and think it's over because they actually wanted a $50,000 line of credit. Forget that once they receive that first line of credit, they can actually apply again and get more. Forget that business owners file for bankruptcy one day and then turn around the next and get thousands in business credit. forget that consumer credit is nothing compared to business credit. Receive their first credit denial and immediately think the world is about to come to an end. Okay, wait, my first credit denial. Wait, let me call Susie, Tim, and my best friend Pookie on the subject of business credit. They gotta know what's going on. Notice, all three of them are broke, and one doesn't even have a business account. Receive their second credit denial and immediately take it personally. Listen, credit denials are part of the process. I too receive credit denials. In fact, I've been getting them since 2012. But does that stop me? No. This is what I do. Once you get a credit denial in the mail, you're going to have what's called, it's going to be maybe a 2-page letter. And the letter is going to say, "Hi, such and such. Thank you for your recent request for credit with our company. After reviewing your credit application and the information, we have determined that we cannot grant your request at this time for credit. Blah, 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 and more, blah, blah." You have about 2 pages of blah, blah. But somewhere at the very top of your credit denial is a reference letter. This is what I do. I call them up. And I have my reference letter in my hand, and I call them up and I say, "Hey, this is such and such." I give them my name and such of with my business, and they verify me. They see that it's me, and they get all my information, and they say, "Oh yes, Ms. Douglas, thank you for calling us in. This letter, we see that you applied, and how can we help you today?" And then the first thing out of my mouth is, "Why was I denied? I want to know what happened. What's wrong?" And then I'll say, "Oh, well, okay, well, see, we just, for whatever reason, something was probably missing, or maybe they forgot something." Or sometimes when you're filling out an application online, you're not dealing with a real person, you're dealing with their online databases. So for whatever reason in that little system that they have, it kicks back a denial. So, you call them up and I say, "Hey, what's going on?" And if I don't like what I'm hearing from the first person that I'm speaking with, I ask to speak with a manager. So sometimes I got to take it a little bit further. And so now I'm talking to the manager and I'd say, "Hi, I've been with this business or this particular lender for X amount of time. I provided all the information. Here's this, here's that. Why was I denied?" And then they say, "Oh, Miss Douglas, it's you. We didn't know. We know now. It's you. You're approved." You understand? Sometimes you have to give them further information, but you have what's called a reference number. You call them back with that reference number and you ask them, "Why were you denied?" Sometimes they're just missing some type of information, and that information can be found inside of the Executive Business Suite training on pages 43 and to 45. You're going to memorize that. If you don't want to memorize it, just have it in front of you while you're talking to that particular lender. And you just give them that information. Again, just make sure they have certain things, make sure they have certain figures and this, that, and other, and pertinent information about your business. Sometimes it's a yes. You can turn a denial into a yes. Sometimes it's a no. Period, point blank. It's a no. So you're going to have to wait up to 6 months. Now, a no doesn't mean no, you're never going to be able to get credit. It just means that you just have to wait. Maybe that you need more history on your business. Maybe you need more history with the credit agencies. Whatever the case, guess what? Move on to building your business operations. There's more credit approvals. Sometimes a no is a good thing because it's going to generate an inquiry for that business. And guess what? The other lenders are going to say, "Oh, wait a minute. Okay, just see Capital One. They came forth. Let's say American Express. And then, U.S. Bank, and then they all just start following that same protocol, and the next thing you know, you're getting these approvals in the mail based off that one no. So now you have these applications. Just because this company said no, you have other credit approvals. Pick one of those in about, up to 6 months. You don't want to get on an application spree. I tell you guys this all over and over. Don't go out here making, putting forth 20 applications, okay? So, moving on. Submit 2 applications and decide to take a 10-day break until a yay or nay come in the mail. Listen, you can't take a break. While you're waiting on approvals, you still have to build the operations of your business. You still have to put your marketing plan together, your business plan. You have to put together your service plan. What type of products do you have? Do you have to get those products developed? You have to get them trademarked. Services. What type of services are you? How are your customers going to find you? Are you on YouTube? Are you on webs? Do you have a website? What is your social media looking like? There's operations that you have to put together. Okay, this isn't break time. Listen, I'm not trying to offend anyone here. I have to start the conversation of breaking down your mindset to get you to think in a much different way. I need your mindset to shift into CEO Fortune 500 thoughts. I need you guys to start making the necessary mind adjustments, because walking this path of entrepreneurship is not going to be easy. Building business credit is not going to be an easy walk in the park. You will have your highs, you will have your lows. One moment your emotions will be up, one moment your emotions will be down. You as a CEO must learn to maintain your mindset. As you're building your business, you're going to, listen, you're going to be wearing many hats at different times. The above is not mentioned in any particular order. It just comes down to this. Be different, stand out, and go for your dreams. Now let's go and build some business credit. I look forward to hearing of your success. Thanks for watching.